This is Tirana, the vibrant heart of Albania, a city alive with color, rhythm, and warm people, where history and innovation dance together under bright skies. But it wasn't always like that. Hidden behind these buildings, secretly among ordinary lives, stands a house that once held the power to silence an entire nation. A house that once belonged to the most feared man in the country, Enver Hoxha. In 1944, Hoxha made his way to power, leading Albania into a new era, one shaped by iron fist and silent streets. An ally of Stalin, for over 40 years, he ruled Albania with surveillance, censorship, and fear. Enver Hoxha's greatest enemy was the unknown, so he prepared for a war that never came. Across the country, he built over 173,000 bunkers, one for every 4 Albanians. But the most secret one was under his house. In 1967, Enver Hoxha banned religion. Albania became the world's first atheist state. And this was his sanctuary. Hidden in the Blloku district, a place no ordinary Albanian could ever set foot in, Hoxha's villa was his fortress within a fortress. 4 floors of luxury, including a secret underground level. His bathroom alone more extravagant than most homes in Albania. This house wasn't just a home, it was a monument to his hypocrisy. We did something not many has done. We got inside Enver Hoxha's house. And for the first time, you are inside. We are outside of Enver Hoxha's house. And as you can see, there is a lot of people around us, guys. Since no one is allowed to come here, but because this time they have an activity, they're allowing people to come for free. So we're taking advantage of it, and we want to show you how it looks inside. And off we go. The door says, do not enter. Believe it or not, the house had an elevator.
Cinema, photo studio, editing
this is
studio.
the ground floor. So if you go -1, he even had a cinema, photo studio, and editing studio. Wow. It's really cool finesse. Look at the view from this window. Wow, huge.
You know, I was just thinking, where did he keep his cars?
Well, I wonder how many cars he had before.
A lot.
Apparently, this is the furniture that was in this house from the time that he was living here. Nothing is untouched. Look at these guys. Come on. Look at the details. Look like the 70s. Apparently people have been touching this and we were told not to touch anything. So nobody's supposed to touch anything. In fact, says this, do not touch the artworks. Yet people comes and touch them. You can see the TV they're playing what they used to play during the communism. So creepy. It's so hard to believe that this carpet and these couches were from the time that he owned the house. Look at this, guys. I wonder what is inside. So the entrance on the left side, you have this huge staircase, and they are made of marble. Wow. Mr. Hoxha had a very nice taste.
Indeed.
Yeah. How do you feel as an Albanian, Monika, coming here for the first time?
I don't feel anything, honestly, but I was just very curious to see the place. What I felt right now was all this, it's a luxury house. Imagine Albania being in a regime for 50 years, and meanwhile people outside of this house couldn't afford to eat. I mean, they could afford to eat, but you know, nobody was happy. Like poor houses, poor homes, and meanwhile Enver Hoxha was living in luxury.
Yeah. So this was his personal library, and this was his desk, apparently. So coming from the stairs, it seems like this wall was closed in the past, right? And if you notice, they just put this part of wood. There is some staircase, they're like secret staircase. It says do not enter. I wonder where it's taking you. Well, it's taking you to the third floor. Yeah, look at the one side of the backyard. Yeah, like Monika was saying earlier, I don't know how many cars this guy used to have, but this is one of the entrances. According to Monika, is 4 entrances around the house?
Well, yeah, I've seen 4.
Well, that's the ones that we can see, right? Because apparently, and according to the conspiracy theories and many things and tales and legends that we hear from people who knew him in the past and who used to live during the communism, apparently there was a network of tunnels underneath the house, besides the huge bunkers, right? Because Enver Hoxha was obsessed with bunkers.
He was obsessed with building bunkers. Apparently, Albania is number 2 in the world for the most bunkers, and number 1, if I'm not mistaken, is Switzerland. Yeah, sorry, Switzerland. So yeah, he was indeed obsessed with bunkers. There have been people who have actually visited the tunnels, but for some reason they are flooded with water, which they say is strange. They say strange because none of the bunkers are flooded with water, and we have huge bunkers open for the public eye, and they go deep underground and they are not flooded. But
in fact, we went last time to bunker 2, but one of the legends say that there was a tunnel that would take from here, from this house, up to bunker 1, which is the huge one, and we're planning to go there next week. So yeah, we want to film that and then search for the tunnel that was taken to Enver Hoxha's house. But besides that, yeah, there was always...
We will be spies in disguise.
Yeah, he didn't trust in anybody, apparently. He didn't even trust in his closest people. Yeah. And the house is anti-spies, right? Like, he had these extra rooms to confuse the spies. And if you see, the house is open everywhere. It's just windows, windows, windows everywhere. And apparently he didn't cover them because he wanna be in disguise to confuse all the spies around. Now remember, the area where the house is located is Blloku. And during the communism, not everybody could access to this area. And according to Monika, still one of the nicest neighborhoods here in Tirana. Hi. Guys, look at this room. So impressive.
Thank you.
Oh, he has one of their own telephones right here. And then seems this is a chimney. Yeah. Wow, even the ceiling, guys, is so fancy. And then you have this massive view here. It seems like there was a swimming pool right there. Yeah. He got an amazing taste.
Unica installazione decretata e bellante është jam një monitor po zhvilloi
Even though we can go in lots of places in the house, some of the doors are closed. So like this one, it says, "Do not enter." Yeah, this is our studio. Look at the ceiling. Do you think the ceiling was like this from that time, Monika? It looks too modern for me. There is one chimney right there, made out of jade. That's expensive. Wow. Not only marble in the staircase, but also jade in the chimney.
Apparently the room and this is still like an apartment on its own.
And this was his view to the backyard from the studio. Yeah.
I was just telling Luis, I don't know if he meets the details of the door in Enver Hoxha's bedroom.
So I want to show you from here. Look, it has one door, and then it has that space over there in the middle,
And there is two doors,
and that's the other door. Oh my God.
soundproof.
That was a soundproof room.
So
Wow.
whatever he did there stayed there.
You think it's not too loud? Look, then with the huge bathroom that we just showed you, that other. You think that one wants to close it?
I bet.
That's a bit closer, Monika. And then he had his window right here. But as you can see, it was like in the corner, like protected. That's the only window. There was no direct windows to the bedroom.
The couches, they are the original ones.
Wow. Impressive, very impressive. Here's one of the bathrooms. Wow. Jesus Christ. Here behind it is another chimney. Same, this one is with a made out of jade and marble. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is another compartment, guys. Yeah, it's a lot of people. Imagine it's the first time they're allowed to come here. So this is another studio. And his paint right here. Oh, there is another phone right here. So we're gonna take the elevator.
Oh.
And we're going to number 2.
Wow.
Amazes me the fact that the elevator is still working.
I know. It amazes me the fact that there was an elevator in the house.
And you can see like the
if this
decoration. They're like these old, very fancy elevators, you know, from the 60s, 70s. Wow.
And it's funny because the apartments at those years in Albania, they didn't have elevators.
Yeah, it's true. Wow. Look at this, guys. So this is the 3rd floor. Check this out. Look the view. Oh my
Obviously,
God.
before he had a clear view because there were not.
Buildings
These
and
are buildings
apartments
didn't
around.
exist.
Wow. Yeah, it's too dark. Why is it so dark? Hey, here we go. So another side of the house. Amazing how fancy it remains, even though it was from the 70s. Look at all these closets, you know.
I wonder what this area was.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what this area was. It's a very fancy area. I guess it was a guest room with some toys in the bed. A nice room.
Yeah.
And here's another huge room, which is like a studio. Yeah, look at the view from this one. See it better. Let's stay there. We're taking the elevator.
Now B or P?
Let's go to P. Let's see the golden details.
they are better than my couches at home. But again, he didn't have two iPhones like I do now.
Yeah, that's what I call finesse. Guys, look at that dimension of this room. Wow, it's a hall. This is not a room, this is a hall.
The brightest room in the house, definitely.
Jesus Christ. If you turn, you got this view, which is the entrance. Well, the main
One of
entrance.
the
The main entrance.
Yep.
The main entrance. And then when you turn around, you see this huge hall. Wow. Oh my God. Imagine having guests and say, oh, come on, I invite you for lunch. And then you have this size of table. So amazing.
Well, that's a hidden room.
So they just opened this door behind us because they have some artists here, the people who organize this. And you won't believe this, the room inside of that door is bigger than this one.
Bigger.
Well, let's see if she opens the door. Hope she does. But anyway, it's way bigger than this one.
He just said she came out of there. Walking around this house every day. You do more than 20,000 steps.
Yeah.
You do?
You won't believe what it is, guys. This is indoor pool. Oh my God.
Oh.
Now, this really, really impressed me.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure he was a good swimmer because it's what, at least 3 meters deep?
Look at the mosaic over there.
I know, like Greek style. Yeah, my man had a style. And with the Albanian colors.
Well, that's Albanian style, it's not Greek.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
The sunroom.
Wow, each room is just impressive. Look at this table. And then this is the backyard with another swimming pool right there. This is another of the entrance. Even the grass is so cool here. Look, I've been everywhere around the world, and you know what the funniest part? This is the biggest house I've ever been in my life.
Me too.
Can you imagine that? Just imagine how big it is. Guys, it's huge. It's huge. We've been walking for about 2 hours, and apparently there were a lot of secret rooms in this house, right? To these guys, the spies, right? And there are a lot of compartments that are closed. There is a lot of doors that they say, don't pass, you're not allowed to pass.
True. We're not allowed
Now
to
we want to
enter.
show you something, and this is really nice. Check this out. Yep. Seems like the theories were true.
Bunker.
Yeah. Wow, how impressive is that? Right there.
I think I found the cinema.
There is another entrance. we can go down. Oh, I'm so excited now, guys. I really wanted to go down.
It's an empty room.
Here's another compartment. Oh my god. The screening room. Cinema. Yeah, that means that was the cinema, guys. I think we can go in through this wall. Oh yeah, we're going through this door. Look the size of this wall, guys. Oh my god. Look at the size of the cinema, guys. This is the cinema. There's also a chimney over there. There are people lying down there.
It's okay. Thank you. Okay, I'm super scared right now. I don't think I want to go any further. Look at the level of the water. I'm super scared right now. Oh my god. Couch. Okay, this is the final point. You cannot go any further because the tunnels are all filled with water. Gosh, they look super scary too. On the other side, there is nothing. So, yeah, the only way is right over here. Yikes. Yeah, I'm ready to leave right now. I had enough of this place. Luis would have loved this. Unfortunately, they didn't have his size. Luis is a size 45. I guess Luis will only experience it from this video, the video that I'm making right now. Oh my god, yeah, I'm scared. So apparently from this tunnel is where Enver Hoxha would access, so he could go out of the city. Rumors are that the tunnel, they go as far as, oh my god, just a second. As far as to the bunkard number 1, which is near Daiti. There are also rumors that the tunnels, they go like to other cities, but this is just rumors. Whew. So scary. Okay, I'm about to go out. Here we are, just right outside of the house. We finished the tour. What was your experience like? What did you think?
I'm still speechless. I've read a lot of Enver Hoxha since the first time I came to Albania. He became such an interesting character for me. But coming here, guys, to his house was an experience that I promise you, as much as we wanted to share with you the experience, how he used to live, you know,
Yeah.
I do feel sorry for him in one way, that he didn't trust no one. You know,
okay.
didn't trust no one. And you can see there are so many hidden rooms. There are so many ways, you know, the big, huge saloons everywhere. You know, like there is some holes here, guys. That the other one is here, and you can see here, but you cannot see that one. It's like, and you see the ones with the closed windows. Like, there is a reason why we went even to the 3rd floor.
Yes,
and,
we did.
Yeah, Monika had the chance to go to underneath where they have the tunnels. Right.
Well, the only reason for that was because they didn't have Luis's size. He's a 45.
Boots. We're talking about boots.
Boots. I'm talking about boots. Not that they had my size, but they had bigger boots, so I could manage to fit them in and walk a little. It was scary. I did a video. Oh my god! Like I didn't want to be there by myself. Thank God there was a girl with me. So like she was behind me, but I just let her pass because it was scary. It was creepy, you know.
I'm just speechless. Yeah, and we saw his master bedroom. We saw, you know, the balconies everywhere, and I feel so lucky because millions of Albanians, they tried to come here in the past, and they were not allowed. They opened the house for the first for 3 days. Today is the last day, and luckily we passed through here yesterday, and then we saw that it was open, so we decided to come today. We are lucky, and I don't know how many vloggers they had the chance to see this, but I think this is something that is super interesting, you know, to share with the world. The fact that we filmed the house inside, of course it's a lot of people because none of them came before, and it's for free. So you can imagine people, they all want to come here. But guys, this was one of the best experiences that I have in Albania. You know, it was indeed a very good experience. I'm happy that I got a chance to visit this place. Yeah, it was an eye-opener. Yeah, it was. People were really nice, staff were really nice.
This right over here is the former house of the former Prime Minister of Albania, Mehmet Shehu. I'm talking about during communism. In the other corner is the house of Enver Hoxha. You can see their houses were pretty close. Yeah, so rumor has it that Enver Hoxha killed him, but it's just rumors.
It's another conspiracy theory.
But
it's another mansion located here in Blloku.
I wonder if they're going to open this as well. I would love to visit this though, because it's huge.
Yeah, it is huge, guys. This is huge. But it's not as big as Enver Hoxha's house. However, it has, you know, same style, you know. Yeah. Right there, we just filmed.
I don't know
but they still have security guards right there. Now, there is something that amazed me from this park. This park has 3 bunkers. Yes. There is one right here in the corner at the entrance of the park. I mean, not too many people can do it, but if something happens, Monika and I can jump right now, right there.
So this park is called the Park of Ismail Qemali, and also Ismail Qemali was a former Prime Minister of Albania. In fact, he was the one that declared Albanian independence.
From the communism?
No, not from the communism. Before
the
that,
Ottoman
from
Empire.
This house, it's a monument to silence, fear, and unchecked power. Every room we stepped into whispered a different kind of truth, some soft, some terrifying. But what if this wasn't even the darkest chapter? What if there was something even deeper? Beneath the city, beneath the ground. Built not to live in, but to survive. On the next episode, we descend into Bunkart 1, a hidden city carved into the mountain for one man and his paranoia. 3,000 square meters, 4 levels underground, and what we found down there, you won't believe it. If you like this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with your friends. This is it for today, and ciao for now.